Okay, well, let's add some spawners so that the heroes can spawn. So we go to the assets and we write in. First, we want to do the bosses, so let's write add boss. There we get everything we want, including the props of the add bosses. That's like the frog and the unicorn, etc. So let's place the platform of the boss that we want to place the spawner of. So let's say that I want, which is I think the easiest for me now to demonstrate stuff, is the crystal golem, because it has really nice effects to it. So we're gonna place this platform, I don't know, maybe a bit more optional, like here. By that I mean more like if I do it here, the player has to fight them in order to get here. Maybe we want to make something else there. So we can also choose to like make it here then. I think that's better. You don't need to place the platform, but I think it's a bit of a conventional, so it's easy for the player to recognize where evil deed bosses are. Now we scroll up. We go to the crystal golem, add boss crystal golem, spawner. Sorry, because like you can go for these add bosses without spawner before them, but the problem is that the player will not get any evilness, and once they are killed, they remain killed. They won't respawn. So these are more like if you want to use them as an opponent of the player in like in a hero's base or whatever. We want a spawner. So we go to Crystal Golem here, and you can either choose to place it now and then it will have the default template that you cannot adjust. And I always recommend with certain level items, I don't know how to say this, if you're gonna place it, you want to make a derived template within from the assets. Like so, I don't want to spawn it yet, place it yet. I want to, I do right mouse button, open temple inspector. There, on this text that I can't interact with, this is where my mouse wants to be. I press the right mouse button, Jesus Christ, my English. And then I go for create derived from this one. There, I press home or left, so that I'm at the left side. I write my map name as it is displayed here, which is not this. You don't have to do this, but please do it. Otherwise, you have no idea. It makes it so very difficult to find the templates that you make for this map specifically. So I will name it name, map, and then an underscore. And then I press OK. Save all. Save all. And then I do a restart. A lot of times you will have to restart if you make templates, or if you like never play this, never press play if you want to test if you didn't restart before. So let's go for restart. Okay, let's go back where we were busy here. Now in the assets, you want to go to the name of your map. So I'll write name map in my case, but you'll write whatever you have here. And here you see there's a special map with name map. There's all the things that I made here. Like the things that you see here are the scripts that we made before in the first video. Go away. And here is the add boss. And now we can place it from here, the crystal golem. Always when you play something, it's better to use the overview, because sometimes it looks like you hit the middle, but then you go up view and it's actually not really precisely the middle. And then we have placed it. But now, because we have made a derived template, we can actually adjust the template. Otherwise, it's just a read-only template. So now we go to the template. And the only thing actually you want to adjust, I think that that has any effect of adjusting, is the make regularity. So for instance, normally only after 5 minutes the ad bus will spawn. But maybe you think like, well, I think that's a bit lame. Players should know right from the start where they are. I often make this just 0, click on the gray so that it changes. And maybe this is the only ad bus that I place, and 900 seconds like that is 15 minutes. It's a bit long. Only once every 15 minutes they can go for evilness. Maybe I want to be a bit more generous, and I would say, well, like let's just do it very often, every 5 minutes. Save all, save all. Yeah, these ones just don't change this. Only to make a reality with these spawner ad bus. Okay, well that's the ad bus. Let's now place some spawners for heroes, and the ones that you can choose from. Let's just type spawner. Don't place anything that has type as a prefix. This is, I don't think that is relevant for us. A lot of stuff is only for the dungeon. Okay, well, let's go for like these. These are the 3 main things. Wait, ooh. You have the camp, the village, and the city. There are Western variations, and the nice thing if you place those, and you go for the sandbox script, the easy way of making them spawn, they will spawn Western dwarves among the heroes. If you want Western dwarves edited without using the script, you can just place these buildings. Well, let's remove them all. I don't like Western buildings right here because this shouldn't be there. Let's say we want to place like a normal city spawner. Also, like I did with the ad bus, I want to be able to adjust certain things later on if I choose to be able to, because like I don't like the standard health that comes along with them, because players could be able to just destroy it with magic, and I don't want them to give them a chance cheating in their way finishing the map, because often the cities are the last thing that the player has to conquer, because those are where you put the highest defenses. So I do right mouse button, open template inspector. There, here on the gray name, right click, create derived. I press home or left, the name of your map, name map in my case, low underscore here. Okay, save all, restart. Okay, now we type in the name of our map, name map, and there I see my spawner city. And from this window I placed again, I want to do it in the line of this, which is 220. With buildings you have to do it here. You recognize the 180. Normally this was Y, now it's H. Just do 220. And you can also, maybe you find it way fancier if you like would place it here, the city, and then a wall around this and a second ring, etc, etc. Do whatever you think is nice. To keep it simple for myself, I will just do this. So that's one spawner. Well, let's see. Let's go for spawner camp. Let's first say, for instance, that I also want to be the player to have to take out this camp. Oh no, wait, I want a village now. Spawner Ville. This time I do place it directly, because I think like, well, it's not the last thing that people have to conquer. So let's do this. 200. no, other way around, 160 then. And a lot of things can be adjusted in this. If you have trouble selecting this, it's better to just select it here, and then you have it selected. Let's say and add a camp, a few camps. Like these are more like to give you these nothing is definitive with, at least with the camps for me, because I'm like, well, I don't know actually how I would like to make the road. I have no idea where I'm gonna put the entrances though. So the camps you could also choose later to do that. I'm not even gonna rotate them because I have no idea where I want them, but it's more like maybe I have a vague idea in my head where I would like to have the camps. Now let's place the entrances. So we're just typing entrance. Because for outside, we go for the outside variations. Don't use the mausoleum. Let's go just for the standard one. So we go for entrance outside. This one we can actually rotate. It's really nice. You see this changes that. So let's say I want to not make it too easy for the player and have more than one entrance. Let's say I want to have an entrance not too close to the city, otherwise, like there is an evil, it spreads evilness, your entrance. So if I would make it really close to here, the city that I would make would be already covered in a bit of evilness, so I don't want to make it too close. I could add a camp to counter it, of course, here, but then if he would conquer it, then this beautiful city that you would be making would be covered in darkness already. So let's just do it a bit like here. Let me make another one like there. So let's say now the first time that we do something in inside, so let's add them here. Now we will have to go for entrances inside. Also, before I continue, you can also choose to move this to another spot. Maybe you would like well, maybe it's a bit too easy if it is in the middle. Maybe I like it to have it a bit more here. So just place it in there. And we save all, restart. Okay. Oh, sorry, a bit too fast here. So we go to tiles, wall, light. Well, the tile, like inside the dungeon, I think most people will figure out easily. Granite. Like I think this doesn't need a lot of cover here. I press dict so that it is free again. Wall. So okay, that's better. Now we go for entrance. For inside. And what I like to do in this case, I'll place it here. It will only rotate in 90 degrees. Here I can use the right arrow. See, now I know it's exactly in the same line. That's like we don't want to go too far. This is already a bit too far. Let's just not go further than this. The other entrance, I want to. Yeah, that's okay. Yes. Save all, restart. Okay, now we have this. This is the reason why you have it here is because that's where I placed this building the first time, so it will automatically generate granite around it. You can just remove it by doing a light wall. And what's very important is entrances. Where you want heroes to go from, you might want to have to connect it. It is not It's not that the game crashes if you don't, but then the enemy heroes, if they can't get to your dungeons, they will be spawned at the spawners that you placed, and they will just keep massing there. So you do want them to be able to go towards you. So let's drag a line right here and then there. Save all, save all. And let's just add granite along the edges. What I often do is I select paint and then I'll go to the right like this. If I zoom out, I think it will go faster. Like if you don't do it, it might look a bit ugly because the people, like, they can see the edge of the map. Doesn't need to have to be this many. It could be a layer thinner, but let's just make it fast for now. And also behind the horns, you also normally would want to have granite. Like for instance, this part you really won't have the granite there. That's, well, this is fine. This is fine. Save all. Save all. So let's go outside. And now I can choose to add more spawners now that I have a bit more of an idea. So let's say that I want to have a bit more camps. Spawner camp. Like maybe I would like to add a western camp. So then I do just western camp. Like an exception, make a little desert here, I don't know. No, other way. Like in your map, you will make it way better. It's more the ID that counts here now. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Don't test play anything yet. We haven't set the walkability. And we're not going to set the walkability just now because we didn't make any roads. The walkability is really the last thing that you want to do outside. It's fine to set the walkability and then start the dungeon inside. That's what I prefer, that outside is really done. I'm testing outside, everything works, I can walk. And then you feel way more at ease to doing inside, because the problem is, like, even for me, I feel all the time, with the walkability, it still gets a bit scary sometimes. It went well really for a long time. For my last 20 maps, I think I had 0 problems. Because I finally figured out where it's better, what the best moment is to place it, and how you should place it, or apply it is the better word. Okay, for last thing in this video, let's just connect the entrances to each other. The problem is, what we have now is that the names are not unique. So let's make them each have a unique name. No, I think this one is a bit straightforward. We press End or right, and we write south, because it's located in the south, and no capital letters here because we are naming an object. This one will just say that it is in the east. And the nice thing of these entrances is that the accessible by script is enabled by default. Now we go to our entrances inside. And in this case, I rather call it south, because then for me, I have more of an overview how to connect it, because then of course this is south west, but south is easier because I named the outside also south, so that's a bit easier for myself here. And I'll call this one, I will call east. Hello. That's not very smart what I did. So let's just do a restart and not save. Okay, well, how much do I have to do again? Not that much. I think I did save. Yes, I've saved. Okay. Outside east. Okay, this is entrance east. Entrances east. And now we can connect them. You see them also here. The reason why this gives this this exclamation is because the entrance outside is not in a walkable area, and that is this is fine for now. We absolutely don't want to accommodate that error right now. Let's just keep it. Let's just connect it. So we select this entrance. Objects in the objects window is easier. We go down, and below teleport, we choose there on target, we press the circle. And the reason why we see this stuff is because it's accessible by the script. And from the entrances, the prefix is really helpful, because then you know, like, oh no, never pick the scripts. What for the end? Oh yeah, east, so we go for outside east. So this one is done. Save all, and then I go for outside east, I click. So that is like the easier way of selecting this. I go down, teleport target, and I choose entrance east. There it is. Save all. And the same I'll pick here in the level objects window, I'll pick entrance south. Below teleport, outside south, save all. Outside south selected within this window. It's the same thing as how we selected here. Teleport target is entrance south. Everything is connected. You can't test it. So just have to trust it for now. That will be in another video.